So this video is all about herbs, spices, how I store them, and just some general tips about them. So the main thing I'd say is first get your hands on some salt and some pepper. Pepper in a grinder is always a lot more useful, or you can buy ground pepper, which is already done. Then the next thing I would say is to make sure you be as environmentally conscious, because there are so many spices and so many packaging. So these are typical bags that I get, and what I do, this is 100 grams. I try and get huge packs, which are something like 300 grams. So instead of going to buy loads of packaging, I'm just buying it once. I'm yet to find somewhere near me that does kind of better packaging for large batches like this. Then what I do, I save all of my jars that I have had other stored items of food in. So this was originally a pasta, I think it was a pasta sauce jar. This was originally a chutney jar. I've got a jam jar. I think this was originally a Belazu spice mix. So I save them. I take off the paper packaging. That goes in the recycling straight away. Then I wash them, dry them out, and fill them with spices. Make sure it's fully dry, because otherwise the spices will go all clumpy and stick together. So yeah, that's how I store them. And then a little tip that I also put on is, instead of putting a paper tag on, which when you wash the jar it will go horrible and it will start peeling off, if you get a little bit of wire tape, which people use to fix their wires at home, it's waterproof. So I just stick it on the bottom and I just write with permanent marker what the spice is. So I've got paprika here, I've got turmeric. So yeah, I do them on all of them. I also do them on spice mixes. So I buy big packs of, for example, Madras curry powder when I'm doing an Indian style dish, so that's labelled as well. So really, really easy to do, and also glass is just, it's really nice to store. It doesn't stain or anything like that plastic can do. So I also have things like cinnamon. So this is a jar that I'm still using up. Try and buy the bigger jars where you can if you've got storage space. So yeah, that pretty much covers the dry spices. In terms of herbs, I am yet to go. I've just moved into my new place, so I do need to stock up on some. This is some oregano, so that's great, especially for Mediterranean Italian dishes. I also use thyme a lot, and I have 3 fresh herbs that I tend to kind of decide to spend a little bit more money on, because they make dishes so much nicer. So I have some in the garden at the moment, or you can put them on just a windowsill or sunny spot in your house. So I have got some rosemary outside, some mint, and some sage. So I use them quite a lot, especially mint. I also buy coriander and basil sometimes to stick in the on the windowsill in my kitchen. They're really great to use. I promise they'll make such a big difference to your cooking. If you want to see me using them in recipes, if you're not sure how to use herbs and spices, especially fresh ones, go and look at my recipes. It's The Starving Student on Instagram or my website. So yeah, that is the video all about herbs and spices. I hope you enjoyed, and go and have a look at the other videos.